Hello. So today we're going to be looking through shoes, specifically my shoes, and answering the question, do you really need them? So to begin with, we are going to look at my roommate's shoes. He has a relatively normal collection, not including my cat. Here, his right here. Again, relatively normal. You got like your work shoes, the black ones, and then a bunch of Air Forces and stuff like that because they're just good. They're just good like all around shoes, like dress and work. You can do both with them. With that out of the way, that's just like a normal collection of shoes. There are his other more worn down shoes. Now we are going to look at my shoes. So as you can see, a lot of different looking shoes here. You got a lot. All right, so we are going to be taking a look at those. The way that I organize these is by work, dress / like going out shoes, and then my designer, don't wear them all that often, like only for specific outfits kind of shoes. Let's take a closer look. So Crocs, right? They're just everybody owns a pair of them, especially if you live in a state like I don't know, like anywhere where it can get wet super easily. You should own Crocs. Next, I got my Timberlands. I use these as work shoes because, like, look at that. My cat scratches them all the time. They're dirty. I don't own another pair of boots because I don't want to go to, like, I don't want to go to, like, some Matco Snap-on brand and order their shoes because they're really not good looking. I just like straight black boots. We got these shoes that I clearly do not use or clean, but I can use them for like an interview if I really need to. Black Air Forces, again, just use them for work. If I'm cleaning up like a kitchen that I work at, stuff like that. And these are my general purpose work shoes. I'm sure you're noticing a theme here. They're all black for the most part, or very, very dark colors. Realistically, these aren't that expensive for the jobs that I use these for. These boots are meant for like winter or like anything winter. I just replace all of these work shoes with these. And in the summer, autumn, fall areas, spring even, that's what the rest of them are for. Also, I guess you could count these in them as well, my Extra Toughs. Next up, we got my like dress shoes, like going out shoes. I got pair of LeBrons. Pretty popular for me, just because they're on the cheaper side of designer shoes, because they're meant to be worn for activities, but I use them because they're pretty comfortable on my feet. On top of that, I got what are they called? I can't remember what these are called. I'm sure you guys in the comments will know that these are fairly expensive. I bought these for like $170. Just again, this is just introducing you to the shoes that I have that I've owned for a couple of years now. I bought these in California, brand spanking new the day they came out. And I'm sure you've noticed, I've barely worn them. I barely wear these. On top of that, I got, okay, we'll save these two for last. But here are my Jordans. I went on the wave of, everybody has Jordans, I gotta have them too. So I bought the Retro 6s. And then my Blazers for working out, or like walking, usually. Or deadlifts. This helps for deadlifts and things you need to be flat for. So here are my last two that I was saving. You may not be able to tell what these are because realistically these are fairly niche category of shoes. I believe these are Air Forces, I think. Yeah, I'm pretty sure these are Air Forces. They are made by in collaboration with Ambush. Ambush is a very popular designer. They're super high quality. I bought these for $400. Really, really expensive. I bought these for a specific outfit that I wear that I don't really wear anymore, but I plan on buying more blue clothes to wear this with. After that, I got I believe these are called Quantums, Yeezy Quantums. Bought these for like $300-ish. These are just comfortable. They were on the cheaper side of the Yeezys anyways. Stuff made by Adidas is pretty high quality overall anyways. So yeah, that was the introduction to all of my shoes. Now to go through and see which ones you really do or do not need. But before that, I wanted to bring up why I even came to acquire a bunch of shoes to begin with, let alone super expensive ones like I just showed you. So I used to think I wanted to be a shoe collector. I used to live with my parents not too long ago and thought, I work a job where I get enough money to where like, I don't have to care about money. There's like money, this paper thing that I have a lot of right now. I'll just spend it all right now. And I did. So that's how that happened. I also bought like things that are a little bit more useful, like a computer. which is a bit more justifiable. But these shoes are a bit harder to explain. With that, let's just go through them. So to begin with, my work shoes, I can justify a few of them, like my Crocs and my daily shoe drivers, and maybe to a further extent my Air Forces, just because these were only like $100. They weren't that these two both were $100, LeBrons and Air Forces. They were relatively cheaper for the work that I was doing, and they're also lasting a long time. I've had these for a good 2 or 3 years now. They're doing fine. The Air Forces maybe not so much. They were not meant to really do harder work like I put them through, especially the high tops. These shoes, I literally just bought these because I had nothing else to wear at the time. These were one of my first ones. Timberlands. I don't really know how to justify these. I wanted designer boots anyways, but I did not have to go and spend over $200 just to buy a pair of boots. I could have gone to like Costco or something and then just picked something up. But no, I did not do that. I decided to get the most expensive boot I saw at the mall at the time. And well, you really don't. I did it. I mean, yeah, they're lasting me. Sure, they're a good use of your money, but like, man, you don't need these at all. Put those aside. Keep these up here. Again, you don't need interview shoes, by the way. You don't need those. Just get a pair of something black or something that goes good with your outfit. Then, and I guess my weather boots as well. Around $100 too. Like, these are whatever. You could have bought like a $50 pair of rain boots and been fine. I just wanted something that'll be a bit more durable since I live in Alaska. These are more worth your time. Next would be my dress shoes / like daily outing shoes. You can tell that I have a bit of a taste. Wider shoes for sure. I don't need size 14 shoes. I wear like 13 and a half, but those are a bit harder to find for some reason. Happens to be LeBrons are pretty popular and they get restocked often, so I don't really have to pay a whole lot of money for these. I paid $80 for these, and these were a bit more expensive, like $150. But hey, like they're a bit understandable for shoes that I wear often, that I like. These ones, however, I bought these on day one of like in-store release at Foot Locker. Yeah, I wear them, but only with like 2 different outfits. Don't buy shoes on day one unless you have like a stupid amount of money that you just like, I want nice shoes. I'm actually going to wear them and I have the money for it. And then we can go to my Jordans. Like I said earlier, I bought these literally just for the sake of it, just because everybody else had them. They're really, really white, especially if you're going to be, living in a state where, like I said, it gets wet pretty often. Don't do that. I made a pretty big mistake here. Luckily, I only paid like $100 for these, so I got lucky. But not everybody gets lucky. Don't do this. We can put these to the side. Oh, also these as well. So that brings me to at least the Blazers, right? I use these for running. You can tell. Like I put them through work. But $60. I mean, you can't really beat a pair of shoes that are $60 and you run in and they're still working fine. Now we get to the part that I really was not ready to talk about. My stupid designer shoes and my other stupid designer shoes. Let's start with the less expensive ones, the $300 ones. These, I put the good work in. I mean, the soles are, like the bottoms are not pure white, so you can still wear them out. However, $300 for a pair of shoes that don't really match anything is not really justifiable. This is just a style choice. I happen to like them. I guess the message of this is just don't spend money where you don't need to, right? So we're going to keep these over here. Last but not least, I shouldn't even have to talk about these. Don't spend $400 on a pair of shoes that you're only going to wear twice. That's all I really have to say about those. And by the end of it, I could cut this shoe rack in half. I plan on actually getting rid of a couple of these because I could just make a couple bucks off of them, and I don't really wear them anyway, so it doesn't really matter. These I'll probably keep because I actually use them. So, in the end, just keep it short. Like, you only need 2 or 3 pairs of shoes. You don't need more than that, especially if you're still like as around my age where your taste could be changing. On top of that, you're not always able to afford the clothes and shoes that you want to wear. For example, let me see if I can find a good example. These shoes that I just bought because I couldn't afford anything at the time, so these were the only things that didn't look the worst. But now that I have them, I don't use them. So like just be careful on what you're buying, because then you could end up like me with all these shoes and hundreds of dollars in shoe debt. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe for more.